Yeah, Siddharth, we are live. Go ahead.
Okay, so are we live, sir?
Yeah, we are live. About 35 people have joined.
35. Okay, sir.
Yeah.
Okay, okay, sir.
Start by giving a small introduction and then
Okay, sir.
you can
Okay,
start.
okay, sir. Okay, I think we can begin with the rules and introduction, all those stuff. So, first of all, a warm welcome to one and all who have came to attend the books quiz, jointly organized by the Watch and QCompany. Um, okay. Okay, the quiz is researched and hosted by QCompany, along with the Association of the Watch, a literary association based on the University of Hyderabad. Do check out their FB as well as Insta handles. Again, the quiz is hosted and researched by QCompany. We are an infotainment company who organizes quizzes and other knowledge-related activities in schools, colleges, corporations, again, other non-governmental entities, etc. So, okay, I think, so regarding the rules, we'll have 20 questions and some of which will have multiple parts. Each part is worth a single point and there are no negatives. So there are 20 questions and some questions will be 2-pointers, each part worth a single point, and all other questions will be will carry 1 point and will have only one part. So we will be displaying the questions here, and we have shared the link for the Google form in the WhatsApp group. You can enter your answers in the Google form. And at the end of the quiz, after I have dictated to the 20 questions, you will be receiving an extra 5 minutes to compile all your answers and to submit the Google form. And we also will have a small rerun, a very short rerun of the entire quiz at the end of the event. Okay, and play fair, please do not Google. The top 6 contestants will move on to the next round. And immediately after this quiz is over, and we will be giving you 5 minutes to compile your answers. And after that, we will be starting to discuss the answers. So please stay after the quiz. We will be discussing the answers. And okay. So how to play the quiz? If you're using a PC or a laptop, you can open 2 tabs, or else you can use 2 devices. So even if you have only 1 device, don't worry. You can write down all the answers in a piece of paper. And then during the 5 minutes that we will be giving to you, you can fill it out in the Google form and then submit the answers. All the best. And most importantly, please don't forget to submit the answers at the end of the quiz. Please submit the answers. No Googling. Let us all have a very good time here. Okay. Okay. We begin with the first question. This is the introductory note for the final book in one among the most famous book series ever written. I want you to say, why is the introductory note shaped specifically like this? This is an introductory note for the final book in one among the most famous book series ever written. You need to figure out why the text or the introductory text is specifically shaped like this. It says the dedication of this book is split 7 ways: to Neil, to Jessica, to David, to Kinsey, to Anne, and to you, if you have stuck with, I have blanked out that part, till the very end. So why is the text shaped specifically like this? The introductory note. Why is this shaped specifically like this? Very simple, straightforward answer. Okay. I'll give 10 more seconds for answering. Why is this the specific shape chosen for this introductory text in one among the most famous book series ever written? And okay, we'll move on to the next question. Okay, so this is about a travelogue by a Nobel Prize winning American author. So this particular travelogue by this author describes a 1960 road trip that he took along with his dog Charlie. He wrote that he was moved by a desire to see his country on a personal level since he made his living writing about it. So who is this author? And this is a two-part question. You need to figure out who is the author. And for the second part, he travels in a specifically made van, a camper van, which he names after, quite appropriately, after a fictional character from early 17th century work. So, who is the author? And after which early 17th century character in a 17th century work was his camper van named? His vehicle was named. His traveling van was named. Two parts, 1 point each. Who is the author? First part. Second part, which character? After which character from an early 17th century work was his traveling van named? Think about the fact that he named it after a early 17th century work, and it is a van which he uses to travel around. Think about that fact. Think about that. Who is this author? And who is this character? This author, he has mostly written non-travelogue related books. Okay. Who is the author and which character is this? I think we'll close it in 5 seconds. Okay, next question. Links or Shadow Pictures for Young and Old is an 1896 anthology of poems. Each of the poem is written as a prompt inspiration from random blank, which are also illustrated in the book. Blank was later used as part of a scientific method, which has inspired the name and design of a DC Comics character. So, first part, fill in the blank and also identify the DC Comics character. So, this was a collection of poems, and each poem was written taking an inspiration or prompt from something which were also illustrated in the book. Now, this something was later used as part of a scientific method, which has in turn inspired the name and design of a DC Comics character. Two parts, and both the blanks are identical, same. Both blanks are same. What does the blank stand for? And also identify the DC Comics character. Two parts, the blank and the DC Comics character. What was the inspiration for the poems? And what was who was the DC Comics character? We'll be closing in some 10 seconds. What was the blank stand for? And also identify the DC Comics character, and we'll move on to the next question. Okay, so while working as the executive director of Sierra Club, David Brower was struck with the idea about a series of books having photographs and writings about nature. According to him, they should contain a page size big enough to carry a given image dynamic. The eye must be required to move about within the boundaries of the image, not encompass it all in one glance. Now, the first of its kind came about in 1960 and was titled "This is the American Earth." So, what exactly are we talking about? Or you can tell me, what was this book the first example of? What was the book "This is the American Earth" the first published example of? A page size big enough to carry a given image's dynamic, the eye must be required to move about within the boundaries of the image, not encompass it all in one glance. That you can figure it out if you carefully read those lines. A page size big enough to carry a given image is dynamic. The eye must be required to move about within the boundaries of the image, not encompass it all in one direction. And think about the fact that it had photographs and writings about nature, mainly photographs. And we'll be closing the question in 10 seconds. What was this the first of its kind? This is the American Earth, the first of its kind. And think about the fact that this is a books quiz. Okay, we'll move on to the next question. Okay, again, two parts. Dash Sweet Tooth is a fun retelling of mythology written and illustrated for children. So we're talking about a children's book titled Blank's Sweet Tooth. In this version of the story, Blank damages his teeth due to overeating of his favorite sweet. And this is a very relatable scenario for children. As a consequence, Blank decides to do something. Now, fill in the blank, and also what does he decide to do? What does the blank decide to do? The blank is a person. What does that person decide to do later on? It's a children's book. It's a fun retelling of mythology. Somebody damages their teeth due to overeating of his favorite sweet. And as a consequence, he decides to do something. All blanks are identical. Fill in the blank, and what does he decide to do? The blank refers to a person. I need the name of a person. Two parts. The name of a person, and what does he decide to do? Okay, we'll close the question within some 10 to 15 seconds. Fill in the blank, and what does he decide to do? The blank refers to a person, and what does he decide to do? Okay, we'll move on to the next question. Okay, so this is about a book featuring a painting on its cover. You need to figure out which painting. I'll read out the question. The Nation as Mother and Other Visions of Nationhood is an interconnected set of deeply researched and powerfully argued essays and speeches which explores the relationship between nation, reason, and religion in Indian political thought and practice. Offering a subtle interpretation of the ways of imagining the nation as mother, the book illuminates different visions of India as a free and flexible federal union that have acquired renewed salience today. So, I need the name of a painting which features on the cover of this book. Which painting is this? Just a simple answer, straightforward answer. The name of a painting. Just one part. The Nation as Mother and Other Visions of Nationhood. Just the name of a painting would do. Okay. We'll move on to the next question within 10 seconds. Okay. Next question. I need the name of a painting that features the cover of The Nation as Mother and Other Visions of Nationhood. Okay. A bit long question. So this is about a Brill. This is an extract from a Bill Bryson book, A Walk in the Woods. So you need to figure out what the blanks stand for. There are 3 blanks, which in turn refers to a wonderful book. I'll read out it for you. And then we went out to see the town. I was particularly eager to have a look at Gatlinburg because I had read about it in a wonderful book called blank, blank, blank. The blank size is indicative. In it, the author describes the scene on the main street thus. Walking in an unhurried fashion up and down the street were more crowds of overweight tourists in boisterous clothes, with cameras bouncing on their bellies, consuming ice creams, cotton candy, and corn dogs, sometimes simultaneously, and so it was today. So, which book was being referred by Bill Bryson? Three-word answer, and the blank size is indicative. A wonderful book. Which wonderful book was Bill Bryson referring to? Three-word answer. The name of a book. The blank size is indicative. Okay. Three-word answer. We will close the question in 10 seconds. Okay. Moving on to the next question. Okay, a three-word answer. The name of a book. Okay, so what connects these four books, all written by the Nobel Prize-winning authors? The Sun Also Rises, The Wild Palms, East of Eden, and Song of Solomon. This is not an exhaustive list. You can add more books to this list, but for this particular occasion, we have selected four among the list. The Sun Also Rises, The Wild Palms, East of Eden, and Song of Solomon. We're looking for one keyword. What connects these four books, all by Nobel Prize-winning authors? Okay. Close it in 15 to 20 seconds. What connects the four books? The Sun Also Rises, The Wild Palms, East of Eden, and Song of Solomon. Okay, we can move on to the next question. Okay, Saving the World is a novel within a novel that spins the disparate tales of two remarkable women. In this novel, novelist Alma Hübner is suffering from writer's block and has years past the completion date for yet another of her best-selling family sagas. She then stumbles upon the story of a Spaniard who in 1803 undertook a voyage with the aim of achieving something, thereby saving the world. Which real-life incident forms the basis of the story? Saving the World by Julia Alvarez. Which real-life incident? Just the name of or the description of the incident would suffice. Saving the World by Julia Alvarez. Close with 20 seconds. The story of a Spaniard who in 1803 undertook a voyage with the aim of achieving something, thereby saving the world. Okay. Next question. Okay. The X-Man is a yesteryear superhero from Marvel Comics. He's a composite of two brothers, Hal and Chuck Chandler. Chuck normally resides as a sticker on Hal's spectacles. When Hal concentrates on his brother's image on the spectacles, Chuck materializes into the superhero with his powers increased by a triple factor. So just give X. What does X stand for? Just X would be enough. The third paragraph is very helpful. And Hal concentrates on his brother's image on the spectacles. Chuck materializes into the superhero with his powers increased by a triple factor. Okay, we can move on to the next question. Just you need to identify X. Okay, we'll move on to the next question. Okay, in the popular German series Dark, this piece of news item comes recurrently as a prop. It accuses one among the main characters as a child murderer. The filler text or the fine print is actually taken from the various works of a particular author who is known for his fictional nightmarish world of oppression, having false accusations and impending dangers. So, which author's work fills the fine print of news, the news material? So, the creators actually filled the works of a particular author as a filler text. Which author is this? Who is known for his fictional nightmarish world of oppression, having false accusations and impending dangers. Okay, easy one. We'll move fast. 5 seconds. Which author is this? Who is known for his fictional nightmarish world of oppression, having false accusations and impending dangers. Okay. 12th question. In Scott Fitzgerald's The Great Gatsby, this particular character, a business partner of Gatsby, who in turn has some Indian connection, is said to be the man who fixed the X. So either give me X or which real life event was referenced here. Either give me X or which real life event was referenced here. I have given some character description. Which real life event? Think about the timeline, the time of publication of Great Gatsby. Which real life event was referenced here? Or else you can give X. Okay, we'll move within 5 seconds. Okay. Which real life event was referenced here? Okay. Question 13. Of blank blank, 20 Years with Cassidy, X, and Ginsberg, written by Caroline Cassidy, is an autobiographical memoir of her journey with her husband and X in the late 40s. So this memoir was originally published in 1990, and this was later republished quite appropriately to coincide with the golden jubilee of the publication of Y. Now, Y is another book. So you need to identify the person X and the book Y. The memoir was published to coincide with the golden jubilee of the publication of Y. Who is X, the person? Cassidy, X, and Ginsberg. Please note, please make sure that you give the answer as X equals something, Y equals something. Don't mix it up. X, the name of a person, and Y, the name of a book. Okay. 2-part question, 1 point each. We'll close within 10 seconds. Okay. Question 14. Okay. One of the notable omissions for the Nobel Prize in Literature is an Asian author who is mostly known for his works set in a fictional town. Despite being nominated and shortlisted multiple times, he never won the award. One of the jokes in the literary circles was that the Nobel Literary Committee ignored his books or was confused because of the misleading titles. Many people supposedly thought that they were self-help books on various subjects. Just identify who is this much loved author, an Asian author. Easy one. We'll move fast on this. We'll move within 10 seconds to next question. Who is this Asian author? Mostly known for his works set in a fictional town. And his books were ignored supposedly because they had a very misleading titles, seemingly similar to that of self-help books on various subjects. Who is this author? Question 14, just give the name of the author and we move on to the next question. Okay, so Dan Brown question. Dan Brown's latest book in the Langdon series, and it was called as Origin, it was published in 2017. Now, it contains a central character, apart from the Robert Langdon, Edmund Fish, a futurist or a technocrat or scientist, who prepares a global presentation that will break the fundamentals of human history. He intended to solve humanity's two pressing questions through this. And within the book, his apartment has a painting which quite appropriately fits his intention, and hence the overall theme of the book itself. So, which painting is this that the futurist Edmund Kirsch has in his apartment, and quite appropriate for the theme of the book also? Think about the fact that he intended to solve humanity's two pressing questions through this. And if you try to think about the title of the book, title of the Dan Brown book, quite appropriate painting for the theme and title of the book, and also the intention of the futurist Edmund Kirsch. Which painting is this? Okay. Which painting is this? Okay. I'll give you some time for writing it down. Okay. Okay. Which painting is this? Just the painting. Okay. Next question. Okay. So the question is about an book X. Okay. So X, known for its deep spiritual and philosophical undertone, contains more than 100 stanzas similar to this one given below in imagery and style. So I have given one particular stanza from this particular book. Now this is a translation. Originally it is not in English. I have translated it. So the book contains many such stanzas, more than 100 stanzas, which is similar in style to this particular stanza. So drawing the wine of imagination and emotions from a grapevine, the poet stands as a sommelier, holding his poem as a wine glass. The glass will never empty out, even if millions drink from it. My readers are my drinkers, and my book is my tavern. Now, the two parts questions are: all stanzas end with the same word. Just which word is this? And this particular book has a sequel, and its name is identical to that of an old Bollywood actress. Two parts: which word and which Bollywood actress? I don't want X, just the word. Take a good look at the translated part. Very helpful. I don't want X, just the word by which all stanzas end. And the sequel. What was the name of the sequel? Which is identical to that of an esteemed Bollywood actress. Either give me the name of the sequel or the Bollywood actress. Two parts: which word, this part, and second part: which Bollywood actress. The translated part is very helpful, this stanza. Okay, we'll be closing the question in 10 seconds. We'll have a quick rerun at the end of the question. This is question number 16. Moving on, two parts, which word and which Bollywood actress? Question number 17. Okay, so I have given an excerpt from a book which was nominated for this year's National Book Award of USA. So you need to figure out who is this author and which non-human protagonist are we talking about. So this particular book was nominated for the National Book Award of USA for this year, and it contains in its preface the following words: I am fearful of writing about humans, even more of writing about gods. I can write about demons, perhaps. I am even used to a demonic life. Now, this is quite appropriate regarding the book, given its non-human protagonist. The statement is also a nod to the author's experience with his previous book. Who is the author? First part, I need the name of an author, and which non-human protagonist are we talking about? Two parts, I need the name of an author and the protagonist of this particular book, the non-human protagonist of this book. Take a good look at the second para, what the preface says. Who is this author and which non-human protagonist are we talking about? Who is this author and which non-human protagonist are we talking about? I don't want the name of the book or the literary work, just name of the author and which non-human protagonist are we talking about. A very fitting preface given his experience with his previous book and the fact that the book has a non-human protagonist. Who is the author, first part, and which non-human protagonist? Okay, we'll close in 5 seconds. Okay, question number 18. Okay, business question, but with literature flavor. The name for this clothing brand is derived from several places, one being the name of the main character's father in a 1960 Pulitzer-winning book. In addition to the literary connection, the name is also derived from a Greek rhetorician who spent his fortune supporting music and arts. Now, you can see the logo. The logo depicts a bird lying on its back in an almost cartoon death position, inspired by the above-mentioned book title. Identify the brand. I don't want the name of the literary work, just the name of the brand, which was inspired from the main character's father in a 1960 Pulitzer-winning book. Take a good look at the image, the logo image, and try to figure out a 1960 Pulitzer Award-winning work, and then figure out a main character and plug it into your answer. Identify this brand named after the character in the 1960 Pulitzer-winning book. We'll close within 10 seconds. Okay. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, question 19, the penultimate question of the quiz. Okay, so this is Karan Thapar explaining his experience with somebody in his book, Devil's Advocate, The Untold Story. So just tell me, who is this person being described by Karan Thapar in this book? So he shares his experience of somebody who tries to teach Karan Thapar how to fly. And he takes controls and performs a series of aerobatics. Not particularly dangerous, but nonetheless thrilling. And once they were further away from Delhi, he became even more daring. He decided to scare the farmers working in the fields below by aiming the aircraft straight at them. As he dived down, they scattered and ran, fearing for their lives. At the last moment, he pulled up dramatically and waved at the bewildered farmers, clearly chuffed with the whole performance. So who is this person being described? Karan Thapar had an experience as described with this particular person. This man having nerves of steel and tremendous self-confidence. Just the name of the person will do. We'll close the question in 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Who is this person who had nerves of steel and tremendous self-confidence? Moving on to the final question of the quiz. Okay, so you have an image. I'll show you the image. So this 2011 graphic novel's central protagonist is a blank who recollects his journey through the North Pacific Ocean. Now, he tells his experience of being stranded in the North Pacific Gyre, a swirling and poisonous whirlpool of plastic waste. Now, it is a fitting retelling of a classic work, quite relevant in our times of reckless environmental pollution and destruction. So, first part, which is the classical work being described here, and also name the 2011 work. I'll show you the image. Now, this is from the 2011 work. You can read some text from it. We were immersed deep within the ocean, a scattered funeral pyre. Okay, two parts, which is the classic work, and also name the 2011 work. You need to change just one word from the name of the classic work and substitute with another word to get the 2011. They're almost similar in name, in titles. Just you need to substitute one word from the name of the classic work and give the 2011 work. Two-part answer. Which classic work, first part, and also name the 2011 work, which told about reckless environmental pollution and destruction. The person being stranded in the North Pacific Gyre, a swirling and poisonous whirlpool of plastic waste. Image. Okay, I think that's it. Now, we will be giving you 5 minutes to fill up the forms. And after the 5 minutes, we won't be accepting any of the entries. Start to fill up the Google Forms. And meanwhile, we'll just cycle back through all questions. Quick cycling back.
Also, people who are watching, do subscribe to the channel and hold on. The prelims is not yet complete. After the forms is closed, we will be running through the questions and answers, so you can check for yourselves if you have answered it right.
Okay, quickly cycling through the questions. Question 20, 2 parts, which classic work and the name of the 2011 work. Who is the man being described in this book by Karan Thapar? Just the name of a person. Question 19. Identify the name of the brand. The main character in a 1960 Pulitzer-winning book. Name of the brand. An author and non-human protagonist. Who is this author and non-human protagonist? The word, and first part the word, and the second part the name of the Bollywood actress. Which painting? Very much appropriate for the theme of the book. Okay. Who is this author? He didn't get Nobel Prize, perhaps because of his misleading titles. Who is this author? A X and Y. X the name of a person, Y the name of a book. 2 parts, 2 points. Which real life event is described was referenced here? The man who fixed X either gave X or the real life event referenced here in Scott Fitzgerald's Great Gatsby. Which author's works were included as filler material in this prop used in the famous German series Dark? Which author's work used as fine print as filler text? Just give the name of this superhero. X-Man. Just give me X. Which real life incident inspired or forms the content of the book Saving the World by Julia Alvarez? Not inspired, forms a part of the content of the book Saving the World by Julia Alvarez. Which real life incident? What connects this non-exhaustive list? Just fill in the 3 lines and give the name of a book, blank size indicator. Which painting features on the cover of The Nation as Mother and Other Visions of Nationhood? Just fill in the blank with the name of a person and what did he decide to do? Due to his damage of teeth. What exactly was This is the American Earth, the first of its kind? Fill in the blank with something. All blanks are identical. And also identify the DC Comics character inspired by a scientific method. So who is the author of this Nobel Prize winning author of this travelogue and which character's name was given to his vehicle or van? 2 parts, author and character. So why is this the shape for the introductory note for final book in one of the most famous book series ever written? Okay, that's it.
I believe question 1 is the most simplest of all the questions.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Okay.
A very
Easy question.
okay. So I think I'll stop the screen sharing for now, sir.
Yeah, stop screen sharing and then once you decide to close the form, you can start sharing the answers.
Okay, sir. Okay.
So meanwhile, people will be coming back and sharing the answers of the book quiz in a while. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do subscribe. Also, I'll be opening the live chat now. In case you have joined the book quiz now, you can share the answers. Till now, participants have been answering the Google forms that they have been provided with. I'll be opening the live chat now, and anyone who is watching the quiz can answer in the live chat.
Oh. Sir, I think we can start the question and answer session discussion.
Just give me a minute.
Okay,
I'm enabling live chat.
Okay, sir. Okay. Sir, can you just dictate the answers coming up in the YouTube the comments?
Yeah, sure. I'll help you.
Okay.
I'll share the answers.
Okay, sir. I'll be start sharing. Okay. We'll start the discussion of answers.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, what's the answer? Any answers coming up, sir?
Yeah, I have just enabled live chat. So people who are
Okay.
watching it,
Yeah. So
yeah,
you can comment
just
your answers in the YouTube comment section.
yeah. In case if you're not seeing the live chat, probably just close the tab and open again or refresh the page, and you will be able to see the live chat. Yeah, I think we can start.
Yeah. Okay, sir. So any answers
Sonal,
coming up, sir?
yeah, Sonal Sharma says Harry Potter's car. Venkatesh Srinivasan
Okay.
says Harry's car. Net Tourist shape of Harry's car. I think everyone got it.
Okay, I think most of them got it. It is indeed Harry's car. The introductory text was specifically shaped in shape of Harry's car.
Yeah, WR 4020 also gets it right. Yeah, everyone got it right.
Okay, so two-part question: the name of an author and which character is this?
Yeah.
Two-part. Just try to give your answers, both answers in one comment.
Yeah, I think we can go to the next question.
Okay. Okay, sir. Any answers coming up?
Yeah. No. Let's wait for a minute. You can read the question or give the summary of the question short.
Okay, fine. So yeah, who is this American author?
Yeah, Anush Iyer says Steinbeck, Rosinante. Rosinante says WR 4020. Sonal Sharma says John Steinbeck and Rosinante.
Okay, I think we can close it. Yeah, we can close it. It is indeed John Steinbeck who wrote books like Grapes of Wrath and of Mice and Men, Sea of Corpus. So this is his traveler, Travels with Charlie, and he named it after the Don Quixote's horse, Rocinante. John Steinbeck and Rocinante will put you point.
Yeah, Venkatesh Srinivasan also gets it right. Steinbeck and Rosinante, Don Quixote's horse. And Anurag Samantare says Steinbeck. So yeah, many people got it right. We can go to the next.
Okay. Next question, third question, about co-buildings or shadow pictures for young and old. An anthology of poems. Each poem is written as a prompt inspiration from random blank, which are also illustrated in the book. Just fill in the blank, and you need to give me a DC Comics character, which has some connection with the blank as well as design method using the blank. So yeah, so the blank and the DC Comics character.
Sonal Sharma says ink blots. She or he answers first. Venkatesh Srinivasan says ink blot, Roshash. Anush Iyer, same answer. Sonal Sharma, same. Anurag Samantare, I wrote only Don Quixote acceptable. He's, I think, asking a question for the previous answer.
Okay.
Is Don Quixote only acceptable?
Don Quixote's horse will fetch you point. If he has mentioned as Don Quixote's horse, just Don Quixote won't do.
Okay,
if he has mentioned, yeah. Okay, so I think most of them answered. The blank is in the ink blots. The famous Rorschach test of psychological interpretation, and this is in the character Rorschach from the Watchmen series.
Yeah.
This has recently been made in the HBO series also. The Rorschach.
So Net Tourist asks, I wrote only Rorschach. Is that okay?
Yeah, Rorschach will fetch you 1 point. Inkblots will fetch you. Inkblots and Rorschach will fetch you 2 points.
Yeah, part points, Net Tourist.
Part points, yeah. So what is this? The book is called This is the Americaner. What was it the first example of? Something created from the idea of David Brower of Sierra Club.
Siddharth, we can see only your Inkblots Rorschach image.
Oh, actually,
okay. Yeah. Got it. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. So what exactly is this? This is the Americaner. Was the first in this type of books. They should contain a page size big enough to carry a given image is dynamic. The AI should be required to move about the boundaries of the image.
WR 4020 says Atlas.
Not Atlas. Not Atlas. Again, good guess.
Yeah, good guess, WR 4020, but that's not the right answer. No one else has, I mean, at least they have not messaged now. So probably we'll wait for a few seconds. Venkatesh Srinivasan says coffee table book.
And that is the right answer. This is indeed the first coffee table book.
Yeah, Venki, you got it correct.
Yeah, so these coffee table books have these, large size book with having lots of images, photographs, and yeah, so this is the first ever coffee table book.
Yeah,
Good
Net
answer.
Tourist says oversized book, which is wrong. Ritvik says coffee table book. Yes, Ritvik, it's coffee table book.
Copy table. Okay, okay. Next question. So, what is the blank a person name and what does he decide to do after he has damaged his teeth after due to overeating of his favorite sweet? The blank and what does he decide to do? The blank is a
Ishita,
person.
yeah, Ishita had messaged the answer before. She has deleted it herself. Ishita, you want to
Ah,
share the answer again? We haven't got any answers yet, so just hold on.
okay, just wait for some more
Yeah,
seconds.
Ishita Das says Ganesha, Sweet Tooth, Haynes, and Patel had a laddu broke his tusk. Chapuri
Okay, it is
Srinivas says
in.
Ganesha. Anurag Samantri, Ganesha wrote Mahabharat. WR4020 says Ganesha, he breaks it. Sonal Sharma says Ganesha and wrote Mahabharata.
Okay, I think somebody got both the parts correct. This is indeed Ganesha, and he decides to write Mahabharata using his broken tusk or incisor because his tooth was damaged eating so much laddu. So, 1 point each for Ganesha and writes Mahabharata with his broken tusk or incisor. Okay, I think one participant answered it correctly in the comment section. Okay, next question. Okay, so which painting features on the cover of this book? The Nation as Mother and Other Visions of Nationhood. Which famous painting features the cover of this book? Any answer, sir?
Not for this question. I think there has been a yeah. Ritvik has a funny answer for previous question. He says Ganesha and he started brushing his teeth. Okay, WR4020 says Bharat Mata.
Okay, we can wait for some more guesses.
Yeah, Venki says Bharat Mata by Abanindranath Tagore.
Okay.
And yeah,
Okay.
those are the only two comments till now.
I-
Ishita Das says Bharat Mata, Abanindranath Tagore. Anurag Bharat
Okay.
Mata. Ritvik Bharat Mata by Abanindranath. Yeah, everyone says the same answer. Sonal says the same
Bharat.
answer. Yeah.
This is indeed, yeah, many got it right. This is indeed Bharat Mata by Aparendranath Tagore, The Nation as Mother and Other Visions of Nationhood. Famous painting by Aparendranath Tagore. Next question. Okay, so slightly tougher one. What is the name of this book that Bill Bryson himself says a wonderful book? Which is this book?
I like Bill Bryson's books. Probably if he
Ah.
says this book is interesting, I should check out this book too.
Yeah, actually, quite he has played a very important role in popularizing the science among laymen, especially his popular science books and all those things.
Okay, let's wait for people to answer.
Again, people familiar with Bill Bryson might answer this quite fast. Slightly a tougher one.
Yeah, no one has answered till now. Okay, Venki says The Lost Continent by Bryson himself. That's a good guess. Ishita Das says Walking to Gatlinburg.
Okay.
Those are the two answers till now. I think people find it tough. This question tough.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think you can go. Howard Frank Mosher says Ishita Das.
Answers. Okay, so what is the connection of these Nobel Prize winning titles of these Nobel Prize winning? No, sorry, these 4 books written by Nobel Prize winning authors. What connects? And not an exhaustive list.
For the previous question, Ritik has said The Lost Continent and Bryson only.
Okay.
So just let's wait for a few minutes, few seconds. Yeah, Venki says you seem to be getting the comments early. Okay. Yeah, Venki, there is always in YouTube there's a bit of lag. Ritvik K says biblical verses. Venkatesh, Venki says titles from Bible. Anush Iyer says biblical verses. Ritvik titles from Bible, and yeah, basically title verses, Bible verses.
I think that is the most popular answer. Titles from Bible. Let us see if it is right. Yeah, so these are titles, either they're inspired or directly taken from Bible. And actually, there are even more books with this similar treatment.
Yeah,
There are even more books with.
Yeah, two people, Tumkur Maga and Anil Raghavan, has saved Ecclesiastes.
Actually, anything which references to Bible will get you points.
Okay.
The Bible is the keyword. We'll see to that. Okay, we can move on to the next question. We can move on to the next question. Oh, I'm sorry, the answer came up.
Yeah, it's okay. Just show the question and then.
Yeah, okay. And Julia Alvarez, saving the world, what real life incident forms the basis of this novel?
Just hold on for a few seconds. Yeah, I think since you revealed the answer, you can just show the answer, then move to the next.
Yeah.
Yeah, Anurag
really
says,
sorry.
Saving Private Ryan. Yeah, you can share the answer, Siddharth. Balmis and smallpox, says Ishita Das. Okay, I think I'll reveal the answer because it is, so this is the expedition of by Balmis and his associates to America, vaccinating Americans against smallpox. Yeah, Siddharth, Venki has asked a question. He's saying, do you need Balmis in the answer or just smallpox vaccine reference will do? Actually, we are looking for only the smallpox reference, the American school, the vaccination of Americans against smallpox. We are looking for that part only. Okay, I think not really for Balmis the smallpox. Okay. We can move on to the next question. So who is this superhero? Just identify X. Just very small, short answer. I think the shortest answer in the entire quiz. Any answers, sir? No answers as of now. For previous question, Sonal Sharma said smallpox vaccine, and Nishita Das says Francisco Xavier Balmis. For this question, or for previous, I don't know what. I wrote Alma Webner. Is it 3D man, says Anurag. Venki says 3D man. Anil Chapuri Srinivas says 3D hero. WR4020 says 3D man. 3D man seems to be the favorite answer. I think that's the popular answer. Let's see if it is the right one. It is 3D man, the Marvel comic hero. 3D man. Okay. So next question. So which author's work formed the filler text for this top item in dark? The fine print formed the fine print of the ad. Just the name of the author. Okay, so I think comparatively, for a previous question, Anil Raghavan has said a comment saying ecclesiastics is the more correct term. I'll leave it to you. Probably you can search it later. Anush Iyer says Kafka. Sir, hello. Anush Iyer for this question says Kafka. Okay, let us wait for some more guesses. Net Tourist says George Orwell. Sonal Sharma says Kafka. Vedant Giri says George Orwell. Okay, I think there is Srinivas says Yante. Either Orwell or Kafka. That's the question. Yeah. Whether it is George Orwell or, and actually, we can actually guess George Orwell given the circumstance of the question and the general theme of the question. Let us see whether it is George Orwell or Kafka.
Any more guesses, sir?
No, these are the popular guesses. These both.
Okay, let us see. This is Kafka.
Okay.
The story is typically involving oppression and, yeah, nightmarish inducing world of Franz Kafka.
Okay, Anush Iyer and Sonal Sharma have answered it right. Venki has answered Vonnegut, Kurt Vonnegut. I think that's wrong.
Oh.
Elsa Abraham says green. Okay, yeah. Next question.
Okay. So, which real life event is being attributed to this particular person? Yeah, in Great Gatsby. Which real life event?
No answers has come in. Hold on.
Okay, I'll provide some clue, like something related to sports. The real life event is something related to sports, something scandalous, something not so good.
Anurag asked, is it Amitabh Bachchan?
No, actually, Amitabh Bachchan played the role of this particular character in the movie version.
Okay. Sonal says Mayor Wolfsheim. Venki says Black Sox World Series baseball fixing scandal.
Okay. We have got a couple of guesses.
Yeah, Tumkur Maga says fix the 1919 World Series. And then Munib Karim says World Series 1919.
I think we have so many correct answers. This is indeed the fixing of the 1919 World Series of baseball. Any reference to your Black Sox, White Sox, or the scandal, 1919 scandal, baseball scandal, would fetch you points. So this is the 1919 World Series scandal. Players of White Sox were indicted on charge of fixing. Okay. I think many got this one right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. We can move on to the next question. Okay. So X the name of person and Y the name of a book. So who is this person X, about whom Carolyn Cassidy wrote a memoir? Yeah. And which was republished to coincide with the golden jubilee of publication of Y. 2 parts, X a person, Y the name of a book.
Okay. Anil
Any answers?
Yeah. Anurag says Kerouac, Jack Kerouac, I guess.
Okay.
And Anurag says off the road. WR4020 says okay. Sonal Sharma, Kerouac and on the road. Chapuri Srinivas, Kerouac. Venki Kerouac on the road. Chapuri Srinivas and Gibson. Yeah, I think popular answer is Kerouac and
Kerouac and this is indeed Kerouac and On the Road. So actually, this book was titled as Off the Road. The memoir was titled as Off the Road, and it was published on the golden jubilee of On the Road, the publication of On the Road. So Cassidy actually participated in this journey along with Kerouac, along with her husband, and this memoir was published later in the golden jubilee of the publication of On the Road. Jack Kerouac for X and Y on the road.
Yeah.
Got the move. Yeah. I think this is the easiest question of the set.
Okay.
Who is this author whose works were ignored supposedly because they were self-help? They were thought to be self-help books on various subjects. Who is this author? Just the name of an author will do.
So for the previous question, Anurag is asking off the road acceptable?
No, we want
on the
road and Jack Kerouac.
Okay, Elsa got it right. Elsa Abraham on the road. Chipuri Srinivas also. Venki says R.K. Narayan, of course. Sonal Sharma says R.K. Narayan. Ishita, yeah, everyone says R.K. Narayan.
Yeah, it is indeed R.K. Narayan. So basically his works were like similar to The Guide, The English Teacher, The Painter of Science. So the titles were quite reminiscent of self-help books, and that is the hypothesis behind the fact that he was never nominated for any Nobel Prize. Okay, R.K. Narayan. Okay, Dan, wrong question. So which painting is this? I think we must give them some time to type out the answer.
Yeah. For the
It's
previous
a
question,
bit,
yeah, continue.
yeah, a bit long answer to type it out. So we can give them some time. Which painting, which appears in the book Origin, and the painting quite appropriately resonates with the theme of the book.
Anush Iyer has answered. He says
Uh,
creation of Adam.
no, not Creation of Adam.
Anurag says Langdon professor returning. Okay, WR4020 says creation of Adam. That seems to be a popular answer. Anil Raghavan says I have written now. Okay, that's a previous question. Ishita Das says origin of the world. Venki says I
So,
went with Garden of Earthly Delights by Bosch.
no correct answer coming up till now. Although the Creation of Adam do find a place in his Dan Brown's previous books, like The Angels and Demons and Da Vinci Code, all those books. Many paintings actually, many paintings by the Renaissance painters finds a place in his previous works, but not in this one.
I think this is a toughie. Not many people would
Yeah.
have got this.
Yeah, and I think any more guesses, sir?
No, that's it. I think we can reveal the answer.
Okay, so this is where do we come from? What are we, and where are we going? So
okay.
basically, by Paul Gauguin.
This was answered by Sonal Sharma and Anil Raghavan. Where do we come from? What are we? Where are we going? So when Sonal Sharma posted this answer, I thought this was more of a comment. I didn't know this was the name of the painting. So sorry, Sonal Sharma, you got it right.
It's okay. Yeah.
Completely.
So the painting by Paul Gauguin. So that is the answer. Okay. So what is the good word? The word by which all the stanzas of this work ends with, and what is the sequel's name, which is identical to the name of an yesteryear Bollywood actress. Which word and which actress? 2 parts.
So hold on, no answers have come now. So for the previous question, only 2 people got it right. Sonal Sharma and Anil. Okay. For this question, Arun TP Nambi not knowing answers. I don't know most of the answers, so don't worry, Anil. Anurag says Tennyson. Venki says Madhushala, Madhubala. Chappuri Srinivas says J. Gamsi.
Okay. We can wait for some more time for some more guesses.
Yeah, Ishita Das says same. Madhushala, Madhubala, same answer by Sonal Sharma. Chappuri Srinivas says Madhubala and Madhubala and Madhubala.
Which is the word and who is the Bollywood actress? I think we can close the question.
Madhushala.
I think I think a couple of people have given the right answer. Yeah, so this is indeed Madhushala by Harivansh Rai Bachchan, and the sequel Madhubala. So all those references to wine glasses, the wine shops, and an allegory of life. Harivansh Rai Bachchan created an allegory of life using symbols of wine glasses, and wine servers, etc. So this is Madhushala. The work's name is Madhushala, and also the word I was looking for was also Madhushala. The sequel, the 1937 sequel, Madhubala.
Sid, I have a request. Can we ban Arun Tipi from all your future quizzes? He's already been banned by Ritoza.
Yeah.
He's giving some random comments now. Okay, just kidding. Go ahead with the question.
Yeah. Okay, who is this author and which non-human protagonist are we talking about? I am fearful of writing about humans, even more of writing about gods. I can write about demons, perhaps. I am even used to a demonic life. Who is the author? And who is this?
WR4020, sorry for interrupting, says Perumal Murugan, Ardhanarishwara. Anurag says Kafka and Gregor. Venki says the same thing, Perumal Murugan and Goat.
Okay, I think. Okay, we can wait for some more time for more guesses.
Yeah, Sonal Sharma says Perumal Murugan, not the second part. She hasn't answered the same part. Anurag says, okay.
Okay.
Yeah, Ishita Das, same thing. Murugan Perumal and Goat.
Okay, this is okay. Many of them got it right. This is Perumal Murugan, the author, and his book Poonachi, the story of a black goat, and the non-human protagonist we were looking for is Goat. Okay, this was nominated for this year's National Book Award, and even his previous book, The One Part Woman, was also nominated for the National Book Award. So yeah.
So this is the
Tamil writer.
controversial author, right? Some of his stories got into controversy in Tamil Nadu.
Yeah, that was One Part Woman. Yes, that was One Part Woman, and in that particular one, he got into controversy.
Okay.
Great Tamil writer.
Yeah.
Do read everyone. Okay, so the name of the brand. Some character's father in 1960 Pulitzer-winning book. The logo depicts a bird lying on its back in an almost cartoon-like position, inspired by the above-mentioned book title. Just one word answer.
Just hold on. Anurag says Atticus, obviously.
Yeah, okay, Atticus. Can wait for some more guesses.
Yeah, Ishita Das. Okay. So Sonal Sharma has a question for previous. What if we write Poonachi and only that?
No, actually, we were looking for the name of the non-human protagonist. So we need goat as the answer.
Okay, Venki says Atticus, Sonal Sharma same, Ishita Muneeb Karim says same answer.
Yeah, I think many answered it right.
Yeah. And Ishita Das asked a question. Finch is the clothes company, no? Okay, Venki has answered it. Not Finch, the brand is Atticus.
Yeah, Atticus. Okay, let us see the answer. Many answered it right. Atticus, named after Atticus Finch from Harper Lee's famous novel To Kill a Mockingbird. The answer is Atticus. Okay, so who is being described as such by Karan Harper in his book Devil's Advocate? Yeah, he takes Karan Harper to a flying session. He tries to teach him flying, and he does some acrobatics. In this process, he scares some farmers working in the field. Who is this person? Any guesses, sir? Coming up?
Anurag says Sanjay Gandhi. That was my guess too. Hold on, let's see other guesses. Yeah, Venki, everyone says the same thing. Venki, Muneeb Karim, Ishita Das, Sonal Sharma. Sanjay Gandhi is the most popular and the only answer that they have shared.
Okay, I think, and that is the right answer. This is Sanjay Gandhi. Okay, so the last question, what is the classic work and what is the revamped 2011 work? The titles having just one word difference. A one-word substitution of the classic work will fetch you the 2011 work. Just a one-word substitution in the classic work's name will get you the 2011 work.
So hold on, no guesses have come now. So do you read graphic novels, Siddharth?
Yeah, actually, graphic novels. I used to read comics a lot, but again, recently my interest shifted to graphic novels also.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of graphic novels, Exatoons, Mouse.
Actually, it's becoming quite popular in the Indian literature field also.
Yeah.
Many good graphic novels coming up written by Indians.
Yeah. Okay, Sonal Sharma says, I am not a plastic bag.
No, I am not a plastic bag.
Okay, I think this is a toughie, not many guesses for this question.
Okay. A classic work?
Yeah. Since I think we have all book readers, yes, people who are watching, commenting, do share in your favorite books that you read, graphic novels, fiction, non-fiction. Arun TP says The Life of Pi. I don't think Life of Pi was a graphic novel.
Okay, anyway, good guess.
Venki also has guessed Life of Pi. Life of Pi was not a graphic novel. No? Okay.
No, not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, people, if you have a chance, do read Understanding Comics by Scott. I forgot his second name. That is also a good. It's not a typical graphic novel, but a good graphic novel. Yeah, I think you can reveal the answer to that.
Yeah, I think a graphic novel actually got nominated for Booker Prize some 2 years back. Yeah, it was the first instance. Normally, like they have like yeah all these fiction and non-fictions into the shortlist, but actually a graphic novel made it into the Booker shortlist. I don't remember the name actually.
Yeah, yeah. I also vaguely remember the cover, the red color
I
cover, and
th-
all that. But
yeah, I
okay.
think it's Sabrina or something.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah. It's
maybe
Sabrina. Yeah, it's Sabrina.
Sabrina. Okay, we can move on to the answer. I think there is no answer coming up.
Yeah, no answer, so you can say the answer. No one got
Okay.
this right, I guess. I also want to know which is the.
Okay, so Rime of the Ancient Mariner by Samuel Taylor Coleridge was the classic uh, novel I was looking,
Oh,
classic poetry
nice.
and classic poem I was looking for. And the modern version is the Rime of the Modern Mariner. So basically, he was a mariner, and he recounts his experience in the polluted waters, all
Got
these
it.
waste and all those things in the North Pacific Ocean. He tells this story to somebody else, just like how the ancient mariner narrated his story. So the rhyme of the ancient mariner and the rhyme of the modern mariner was the answer I was looking for.
Okay,
I
Sonal
think
Sharma has a question. Isn't that a graphic novel by Rachel Allison about environmental pollution? This is Nick Hayes. She's asking about Rachel Allison's book.
okay.
Yeah, probably we'll get back to you, Sonal Sharma. As in, the answer that we're looking for is Rhyme of the Modern Mariner. Venki
Yeah,
says
the rhyme of the
nice, tough feedback for the quiz.
yeah. Okay. I think by that we come to the end of the quiz.
Yeah. Thanks everyone for
Okay.
joining in. Do
So
share in your comments in the chat. Also, do subscribe to the channel. Please like, favorite, and watch this channel.
yeah. So once again, thanks to everyone who have made this event a great success. So all the participants and all those who have joined our YouTube live and all those who have participated in this event. So I take this opportunity to thank the Watch, the Literary Association of Hyderabad University, and a big round of applause to Nambirajan sir for
Yeah,
allowing
thanks
us
to
to
that. I
organize
also
this
enjoyed
event.
this quiz. Do you want to share about the finals when a little bit?
Yeah, we'll be announcing the results tomorrow in the WhatsApp group, the top six finalists, and within we will be intimating the finalist personally about the regarding the details regarding the finals, and it will be published in our WhatsApp group and also in our FB and Insta page, the list of the finalists. And the finals will take place within 1 to 2 days, and in this very same channel. So we will be informing each of the finalists about the details regarding the finals, and it will take place in this particular channel. We will be announcing the results in our FB page, Insta page, and WhatsApp group. Stay tuned and stay safe. Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
Ishita Das has some feedback. She says, thanks, Zaman and Nabi. I thought I did not participate, but I had great fun answering in YouTube live. Sonal Sharma says, good quiz. Really had fun participating. Nishita Das says, Zaman, good research. Ilsa Abraham says it was tough, but a good one. I think overall it's been a positive feedback.
Okay. Thanks for all those wonderful responses, wonderful feedback. I hope everyone had a good time participating in this quiz.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks, everyone. Have a good night and see you
Yeah.
later for another quiz in the finals of this quiz. Thank you.
Okay.